Okay, on today's micro break, we're gonna go after open up the backside. So we're gonna go after our hamstrings, our glutes, our paraspinals, our lower back reach in here. We're gonna do some anterior reach with 3D reaches with our hand here. So I'm gonna start with my right leg. Most of the weight's on my right, so I'm toe tap to the left. I'm taking my left hand, I'm reaching out in front of me and down as far as comfortable. So I get a nice pull here. So I'm gonna lengthen this up and then I'm gonna get a contraction on the way back. So great way to start to open up these tissues that we're sitting on all day, smashing. Get some movement in there, some blood flow, get those tissues and nerves gliding, as well as the hip joint itself moving in and out of the socket here as I kind of reach down. The further I reach, the more challenging it gets for the area. Now I'll switch left. Same thing, just kind of toe tap just enough for balance. Reach out in front of me here with my right hand and start to pay attention. How do I feel right to left? And I'm opening everything here on the backside. Now these muscles have to contract to pull me up. So great way to get these tissues awakened after kind of being shut off all day, sitting on our butts. So great way to kind of undo some of this gluing that happens in the tissues here. As I reach in front of me, again going down further, and pay attention. How do I feel right to left? Now I'm gonna go back to the right side. I'm gonna come at you here, just to show you different here. Same thing, but now I'm gonna with my left hand. I'm gonna reach off and towards the inside of my knee here. So a little bit more different, challenging. So that's going to cause a little bit different reaction in the hip as well as the tissues here. So it's going to give me a different reaction through the tissues as well as where the hip joint's going to move. So I'm going to get some more movement in the socket there. Again, that joint gets kind of stuck from sitting on this. So we want to make sure we tackle the joint as well as all the tissues that surround it. It's a great way to kind of get some blood flow going in that area. Switch to the left side. Same thing. I'm going to reach again off to and away from the inside of my knee. And you're going to feel just a different reaction into the tissues there. But great way to kind of get the glutes turned on, the hamstrings, get some stretching into that low back, kind of open up those tissues as well. And going down as far as you can comfortably, pain-free, as well as what you can balance. You'll kind of know if you hit the point where you just can't do it, maybe I stay above that range a little bit. Now we're going off to the right. I'll come across here so you can kind of see. So now I'm reaching with my left over and across my body. So now I'm really winding up the tissues of my hamstrings and hips a little bit different. So again, I'm getting that joint's going to spin in the socket now. So I'm getting some rotation there through that. So it really lengthens the muscles here. It's a great way to kind of get these glutes turned on and get all this tissue kind of moving, blood flow as I come across there. And I'm going to switch to the left. Last one here. Little toe tap. Again, the less pressure I put on that back foot, the more stability I need from this hip. This is a great one. Kind of building stability and mobility at the same time, which is kind of how the body works. As well as we're getting all the tissues as well as the joint. Again, how the body works. It doesn't work by isolated muscles. It's a great way to kind of get some nice blood flow in through there. Gets that hip moving. All the tissues sliding and gliding here as I come across. So that's a great way. You probably starting to feel your hips burn, your glutes burn, hamstrings, maybe even the lower leg. If you got balance, some people get really weak down there, so you might feel those muscles start to burn. So a great one to kind of give that micro break a try, and I'll see you on the next micro break.